Hey guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new facelifted 2025 Cadillac CT5 Premium Luxury with the 3-liter twin-turbo V6.
And a big thanks to AutoNation Cadillac in Port Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Port Richey, Tampa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the CT5 replaced the CTS as Cadillac's midsize luxury sedan back in 2020. Facelifted this year for 2025, updating both the interior and exterior. Outside, the CT5 gets an updated front grille and bumper with tweaked headlight and daytime running light patterns. And inside is where we get our most notable change, replacing the outdated 10-inch infotainment screen for Cadillac's new 33-inch integrated infotainment and digital gauge display. The 2025 CT5 is available either in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. The non-V models are available in two trims, the Sport and the Premium Luxury that we have here, both coming standard with a pretty punchy 2-liter turbo cranking out 237 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque, enough to get the CT5 to 60 in the mid-6 second range. The Premium Luxury, however, has an available 3-liter twin-turbo V6, which is a lot stronger, cranking out 335 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque, basically just a detuned version of the V motor, enough to get the CT5 to 60 in under 5 seconds, and that is what we have here with a base price around $51,000. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So as you mentioned, we get updated front styling, updated light pattern, new grille, tweaked front bumper with the Premium Luxury getting full front parking sensing and a forward-facing camera underneath a pretty large Cadillac badge. And the chrome we have here in the sedan is more of an aluminum trim, making it look a lot more premium with a Camaro-style hood. This entire vehicle, I believe, is based off a stretched chassis of the outgoing Camaro Alpha chassis. Side sensor to help us out with 360, and we get a camera on the mirror, also helping us out with the 360. The wheel and tire setup, this is the top of the line option for the CT5. It's a 20-inch black and silver contrasted rims wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport all-season tires. The dimensions up front being 255/35 ZR20. We'll see if it's a square setup with a pretty aggressive dual piston front brake caliper. Nothing too crazy, but it's a very clean look with this low slung sport luxury sedan. We get a Cadillac logo or badge on the upper part of the fender area. We mentioned the camera on the mirror. We're starting to get some raindrops. As you guys can see, not the nicest looking weather on that side. Hopefully we get some of that weather over on this side pretty shortly. The mirrors themselves are very small. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera, but we do get blind spot monitoring on the glass. Aluminum trim for the window trim. The tints are appreciated. Massive dual moonroof. We'll check that out inside. Shark fin style antenna. The rear wheel and tire setup, the same dimensions as up front. The 255/35 ZR20 Michelin Pilot Sport all seasons. And again, a very clean looking wheel design. With the multi-spokes, they may not be the easiest to clean, but when they're clean, they do look really good. Additional side sensor to help us out with 360, LED taillights, CT5 aluminum logo with some aluminum underneath the Cadillac logo, 550T to symbolize the 3-liter twin-turbo V6. Shout out AutoNation Cadillac in Port Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. We get a reverse light in the center and dual exhaust tips. Speaking of the dual exhaust tips, let's fire up this 3-liter twin-turbo V6, and here she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 3-liter twin-turbo V6 sold by Cadillac for the 2025 CT5. And it sounds okay, cranking out a ton of power at 335 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission, enough to get the sports sedan or luxury sports sedan to 60 in around 5 seconds, if not quicker if you get a really good launch. Competitive with the rest of the premium sports sedan segment, the hydraulic struts are appreciated and a very aggressive looking engine in the compartment. We can shut this hood right down, take a step back, walk around this 2025 CT5 one more time. Looks like the sun is trying to make its way out. Hopefully we won't get drenched when we take this car out for a drive. But anyway, taking a step inside, let's really check it out, see what we get with a middle-of-the-road CT5 with the upgraded engine. And again, huge thumbs up to Cadillac for offering the upgraded engine for their lower trims. Most manufacturers are not doing that. Up top, we get soft touch material, some faux carbon trim underneath it, booming AKG audio system, aluminum door handle will set the lights back to auto so the car stops beeping, leather trim in the center, leatherette or leather armrest, 4-window auto-on touch, no power folding mirrors, but they're 4-way adjustable, electronic trunk or hydraulic trunk release. It's not electric, it doesn't close, but it does open with a click of a button. You'll fit a foot long in here, possibly stacked 2 on top of each other, aluminum Cadillac nameplate. As we step inside, the seats are leather, perforated, heated, and ventilated. Also a really appreciated feature for the price point. Pretty aggressive bolsters too, and they're adjustable, 4-way lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the front seats. But taking a step inside, we can really check it out. The rain's starting to pick up a little bit. The foot on the brake, engine start, stop, and everything fires right to life. So we'll start by showing you guys the window sticker. There's really not a whole lot to see for this 2025 CT5 Premium Luxury. This car has just come out, so it's going to take a couple of days for the window sticker to be updated. But even with the V6, we're getting over 20 combined MPGs, 19 in the city, 28 on the highway, and an overall very premium interior for the price point. 51,000 bucks for the base price. We get the wheels as an option, maybe something else, but for the most part, this is a base V6 Premium Luxury CT5, so we're going to be around that $53,000, $54,000 price point before destination. That is a serious value. We also mentioned a 33-inch integrated touchscreen, and it is a touchscreen. The gauge display area isn't, but this area on the side is. Just like the Escalade we just reviewed in this channel, we can see the map, full map display, and it's Google Maps, super high resolution. It's, again, not a touchscreen, but we do have the touchscreen right next to it. You can watch your clean display. It shows you just a digital speedo with a tack underneath. My personal favorite would either be the gauges or the map, depends on what I'm looking at for the touchscreen. We get our Super Cruise eye sensors, we get the sensors for the hands, and we get our forward collision alert red dots that we saw when we fired this vehicle up. The horn area is rubberized, the horn itself loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. We'll do a window check. We get dual panes, that's a premium touch. Aluminum paddle shifters, you get a pretty solid 10-2 bolstering notch, 9-3 fits really well in your hand. And GM, for just about all their vehicles, has some of the best steering feel in the business. On the left side, we get our radar cruise control settings, heated steering wheel and forward collision alert, voice commands, hang up and answer your phone calls, and our Super Cruise. On the right side, we get our skip volume controls and the adjustments for the right side infotainment for the call settings and for the music. Right now we're looking at music, Sirius XM, 80s on 8, Classic Rewind, AM, FM, Sirius, USB, News, Podcast, and Alexa. We can press this call button. No phone connected and probably not going to connect one. We get an aluminum frame for the steering wheel. Mentioned the aluminum paddle shifters, auto headlamps, auto high beams, pretty satisfying click, just like the Escalade, and auto rain sensing wipers. That is appreciated. We get a power tilt and telescoping steering column. That's premium. Electronic parking brake, interior brightness, and our hood latch release down below. Hopefully you get a good look at the pedals. The dashboard is all leather stitch trim. Same for the front. Very premium feel and look in this interior. Air vents beneath it. We get our dual zone automatic climate control, heated and ventilated seats. Also premium. You can turn off the parking sensors for one reason or another. Hazards, lane keep assist, 360-degree camera you can check out at all times. Right now we're looking at our forward facing with the over the top. You can just see over the head. The front view, that's convenient for car washes. You can check out your rear view camera, standard, overhead, and our side view, so you don't have to worry about scuffing up these beautiful 20-inch wheels and tires. Unfortunately, you got to press this exit button on the touchscreen to return to the previous screen. Pressing that camera button will not do it. We can stay in demo mode, see everything available. Vehicle status, Google, camera, Alexa, settings, Play Store, ambient lighting, climate, Wi-Fi, podcast, news, audio, maps, phone, and My Cadillac. Interesting that the map is on the second screen, but we can check it out. And now everything's set up. Very high resolution Google Maps display. The response is excellent. Really top-notch premium. You can go right back to the center. One of the best systems in the business, and it integrates really nicely with the digital gauge display with an additional touchscreen on the left side. Big thumbs up to Cadillac. My personal favorite screen will be the map, so we'll leave it there. Beneath that, we have our drive mode selector. Our drive modes include snow, ice, my mode, Tour, and Sport. We'll start the review off in Tour, try out Sport, and just see what the differences are. You can turn off the traction control, electronic parking brake with auto hold, Turn off the auto engine start stop. The gear selector controls the 10-speed automatic transmission. We already checked out the cameras, but we can check out the backup camera, I guess, one more time. Standard overhead and side with the settings underneath. Guidance lines and trajectory with guidance lines and trajectory for the over-the-top 360 as well. Drive and manual mode to lock the paddle shifters. Throwing right back into park. Behind it, we have our volume dial, shortcuts for phone calls, songs, navigation, vehicle information, dial for the touchscreen if you don't want to get fingerprints all over it, return and home. Nice soft materials for the cup holder area. You'll fit 16, possibly 24-ounce bottles, wireless phone charger in front of it, nice little storage spot for a phone or a wallet. Decently padded armrest, reminds me a little bit of the Camaro. It is softer than the Camaro, but it could be a little bit softer. It opens sideways, and you'll fit probably 6, maybe 7 12-ounce cans, USB A and C port with an additional 12 volt. The glove box has some faux carbon trim above it, aluminum beneath that, soft touch for the outside, plastic grab handle. It's a very large glove box though. You'll fit 25, maybe 30-ish license plates. You'll easily fit 2 pairs of shoes. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror. It's not a digital rear view mirror, and there's no garage home link settings on it. The garage home link settings are right up top. We get our OnStar voice commands, SOS. We can open up the shade too. Opens up decently quickly, and the glass opens up really quickly. Only the front glass opens, the back one does not. We'll see if it goes out any further. It does not, but very large opening, very quick process. We can poke our way out of here. Not necessarily the nicest day right now in Port Richey, Florida, but the rain has been holding up for the most part, so definitely can't complain. We'll shut the glass right up, leave the shade open, so when we hop out back, you guys can see how much light is brought into the cabin, and that's about it for the front seat, at least, of this 2025 all-new facelifted Cadillac CT5 premium luxury with the upgraded 3-liter twin-turbo V6 engine. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there. And if I didn't mention, the door handles for these new Cadillacs are not conventional door handles. It's just a button on the inside that you press. They do look conventional, but once you actually feel it and try to open up the door, you'll see what I mean, and that they are not. The top part of the door panel, just like up front, soft touch, more faux carbon, 2 AKG speakers on the door panel, aluminum door handle, lock and unlock, more leather stitching with white contrast stitching, nice soft leather armrest, auto one touch window with solid storage, should be able to shove 2 footlongs in there. The rear seats are leather, perforated with gray contrast stitching. The padding goes all the way out to the door frame, and the legroom looks impressive. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall, sitting behind my seat settings, and wow, I still have like 5-6 inches of knee room. This is more impressive when it comes to knee room than the 5 Series BMW. However, headroom, I'm getting kind of limited, like 1/2 inch to 1 inch. I can scoot my butt forward, compromise some of my knee room, have about 2 inches left, and now I have about 2 inches of headroom as well. So if you're over 6'3", 6'4", you may be starting to get a little bit cramped in this vehicle, may prefer a larger mid-size sedan, but for anybody under 6'3", 6'4", you'll sit behind your seat settings back here with no problem. You get mat pockets behind both of the front seats, air vents, USB-C port, 12 volt, pretty solid amount of light brought into the cabin if we had any sunlight today in Port Richey. The interior lights are LED, hooks for both of the rear grab handles. The center cubby, we have a rope to pull. It's pretty soft leather, 2 cup holders. You'll fit 16, maybe 24-ounce bottles. Hump for the rear wheel drive and exhaust system, so it's gonna be a little bit tough for the center passenger, but if it's a kid, they can fit back here. If it's an adult, they'll fit their feet on the sides of the hump and compromise a little bit of the side passenger space. Overall, it's spacious back here. It's more spacious, of course, than a CT4, not quite as spacious as like an old school DeVille. We can see if I'm locked in here because of the child lock, see if this other side is. It's not, so it looks like we're gonna be hopping out from the passenger side. That's about it though, guys, for the interior of the 2025 CT5. Let's check out the trunk real quick. Press the button. It's a hydraulic chute, as we mentioned, and the hinges are covered, so you don't have to worry about crushing your cargo. It's a solid amount of space, not the most spacious, but definitely not the least. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much there is. You fold the second row seats down, 60-40 split. Very tight opening. I wouldn't expect you to fit more than like a 32 to 40 inch TV through there, but the trunk itself is pretty large. You'll probably fit a 46 to 50 inch TV just in the trunk itself. A ton of grocery bags. You'll fit golf bags with no problem. Some secret storage underneath. Let's check it out. We get our fix-a-flat kit and some more steel materials underneath. No actual spare tire, unfortunately, but you do get your fix-a-flat kit. As you mentioned, it's a hydraulic opening trunk, not electric, so it doesn't close by itself, but we can close it right up. Pretty easy process. Take a step back, Walk around this all-new facelifted 2025 Cadillac CT5 Premium Luxury with the upgraded 3-liter twin-turbo V6, making this one of the best value luxury performance sedans on the road today, an emphasis on both luxury and performance. I mean, imagine how much it's going to cost to get the B58 engine from BMW with heated and ventilated seats, upgraded audio system, upgraded touchscreen, upgraded wheels. Like, we're talking about a $75,000 sports sedan. This thing starts at $51,000. There's definitely some value in that. Performance-wise, though, let's take this 2025 3-liter twin-turbo V6 Cadillac CT5 Premium Luxury out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 facelifted Cadillac CT5 Premium Luxury with the upgraded 3-liter twin-turbo V6. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions. The steering feels really sharp and direct. We're in Tour mode. We'll try it out in Sport. I'm sure it'll get tighter. But even in Tour, it feels good. Brakes feel good. Ride quality feels really good. You just stepped out of the new Escalade, and that had the air suspension. This ride quality feels almost just as good. And considering the size of that thing, I mean, that says a lot. Steering is buttery crisp. Throttle response with the 6-cylinder is good. Despite the turbos, you don't really feel the turbos off the line. They did a good job with the throttle response tuning. Brakes feel good. Yeah, you do feel the bumps a little tiny bit more than the Escalade, but what do you expect? The Escalade is quite literally double the price. Steering still feels great, leaning to about a third of the way. Woo! Yeah, this thing's got some punch to it. We can try it out real quick in Sport mode. Try out these paddles, starting it off in first gear. On the gas. Woo! Yep, this thing can fly. Handling is good on the gas. Woo! This is serious, a serious performer. Wow. We reviewed a CT4V Blackwing on this channel not too long ago. That has a high output V6. I believe it's a 3.6 liter, a little bit stronger than this, but good Lord. It was not a whole lot quicker than what we got here. Try out some downshifts, pretty aggressive rev matches. Second gear on the gas. Woo! And snappy shifts. It's tuned just like my Camaro LT1's 10-speed was. Aggressive, snappy. And it puts the power down. It just rained here. Still dripping a little bit with raindrops, and it's putting that power down as if it had all-wheel drive, meaning you don't necessarily need to go with all-wheel drive if you're trying to get the top performance CT5 for the money. Try out a real-world turning radius. It is sharp. Hopefully you guys picked up how aggressive Sport mode is, though. This thing can rip. Tour mode, about half throttle. Oh, it's still a monster. The shifts aren't quite as aggressive. The brakes still feel really good. Steering through the turn. Oh, the handling is really good in these Alpha Chassis GM vehicles. All around, guys, this is a serious performance sedan. I'm loving it. At around the $50,000–$55,000 price point, I don't think you're going to get a better value luxury performance sedan. Genesis does a good job with their GV70, but that's a compact vehicle. That's not a midsize. I guess the 3 Series is also compact, so this would be competing more with like a 540i, and we're still talking about a seriously expensive overall vehicle. We can try it out one more time over these speed bumps. I was talking a little bit too much earlier, but speed bumps, Tour mode, brakes feel good. Whew! Handles the bumps well. You do feel them a little bit, but for a mid-size sedan, this is one of the best rides in the business considering the price point. I am seriously impressed, guys. Taking a step out here as soon as we get the chance. Looks like we got the chance. Tour mode, lean into it about halfway once we're situated. Woo! This thing is a monster. Overall, guys, if you're looking for a luxury performance sedan, you don't want to compromise on the luxury, you don't want to compromise on performance, and you don't want to compromise spending over $50,000–$55,000. This is, without question, the best value out on the road today, considering you're paying compact premium sports sedan price for a mid-size premium sports sedan, and you're getting the performance, you're getting the luxury. This is just an unbelievable balance. I was not expecting this vehicle to be this quick when I got into it. I was definitely not expecting heated ventilated seats, AKG audio system, and a $51,000 base price. If that's what you're looking for, guys, I would 1000% recommend checking out the 2025 Cadillac CT5 premium luxury with the 3-liter twin-turbo V6. The way that this vehicle sits might be the best value performance sedan out on the road today. And a big thanks to AutoNation Cadillac in Port Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new premium car or SUV in the Port Richey area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.